disappointed because I was looking forward to the third reign of Jeff Lewis as television champion of the world. But when you said bigger, better things, when you said you were moving on, I realized that, the James Bond films, they never had the same James Bond. There have been different Batmans. You have done something here tonight that I have to say, out of the kindness of your heart and the unselfishness of Jeff Lewis, you have given a chance to one of these younger men, not saying that you're an older man, but you're a veteran, you're a former champion, to have their own spotlight, and I had to say that I am thoroughly impressed.
Well, the fact was, what more would Jeff Lewis need to prove? I've already been there, done that. Two-time world television champion. I've already beat these two guys. What more would it have proven? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there may be more Batman coming out. There may be more 007s. But the fact is there's one feature presentation, Jeff Lewis. You're looking at him. Don't interrupt me, Gregory. You're looking right at him. And the fact is these two guys in the ring, yeah, they're great athletes. But I've already beaten them both. What more would it improve it? That's the only question I have.
Well, right now.
And right now, you see, the fact of the matter is that the feature presentation, watching this match right now, it just started. And I'm thoroughly impressed, though, lately with Hayden Young.
Well, Hayden Young, himself a former world's television champion.
Why do you like interrupting me?
I'm not interrupting you, Mr. Lewis. Oh, good Lord. Incredible elevation by the world's television champion, Truitt Fields. Fields, clothesline. Hayden Young all the way to the floor. These two men have not been without tension in recent weeks. Numerous times, Truitt Fields has believed that it is Hayden Young who has attacked him from behind, has assaulted him. That has not been the case, but that is certainly what is on the mind of Truitt Fields.
What is the case there, Greg Hunter?
If I am to do my job as a wrestling journalist, the case is that, well, frankly, the feature presentation, our guest here in the booth, has more than once come to odds with the world's television champion.
You know what? He could sue you right now for libel.
I can.
There's videotape proof.
Defamation of character, Gregory Hunter. Have you ever heard of it?
Right hands by the challenger,
yeah.
The attraction, Hayden Young.
I've seen these two kids right here. They started to fight and, just squabble a little bit like a bunch of two little girls. The fact was like I said, there's nothing more for me to prove. And I'm all right, Jonathan.
I totally agree with you, Jeff Lewis. And you know something, Greg Hunter? It's worth noting that Truitt Fields last year was in the same spot as Hayden Young, challenging for the television championship of the world.
He certainly was. Right now, he is the world's television champion. Press slam, cover, hook of the leg, and only a 2 count. Hayden Young, not without his credentials. Hayden Young, longest reigning tag team champion in Anarchy history, along with Austin Consequences Creed. A man who is a former world's television champion. In point of fact, he defeated you, Jeff Lewis, to capture the world's TV title.
A lot of people try and say that, but the fact is, yeah, Hayden Young was lucky that day. He was a decent wrestler. Not great, but decent. However, I'm starting to like this Hayden Young guy. What's his name? The Attraction?
The Attraction, Hayden Young,
Yeah, I'm starting to like this guy. He's starting to show a little more guts, a little more mean. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Hayden Young certainly has displayed more of an aggressive edge.
Moves like that.
Big risk by Hayden Young. Goes all the way out to the floor using his entire body as a weapon. Now will springboard. Beautiful elevation by the challenger. Cover, hook of the leg. And only a 2 count, says Jacob Ashworth. Now you spoke, I will ask this, the world's television title, obviously not on your horizons, not on your radar at the moment, but you spoke of a new script. I assume you're referring to your future plans.
That's for me to know and you to find out, Gregory.
He
That's
told
all
me.
you need to know. Yeah.
Right now.
Just an AB conversation. See your way out of it.
Right now, back elbows. As the world's television champion tries to fire back. He catches his challenger. Big scoop and a slam. You cannot underestimate the power of the world's television champion.
See, moves like that is what's going to cost him. It would have cost him the World Television title if Jeff Lewis had a bid in there tonight. You would be looking at a 3-time champion, like I said before. I don't need to explain it again.
All right, now, Hayden Young with the cover. Big splash. Hayden Young knows exactly what it is like to compete for the television championship of the world. He has done so on more than one occasion. And right now,
but Greg Hunter, if I can point out one thing is, yes, he's developed a bigger killer instinct in himself, but one thing I see him doing in this match is he's really methodical. He's really taking his time in there. He needs to hurry up because as in all television title matches, the time limit does play a factor. And if you give Truitt Fields any kind of room to breathe, we've seen the amazing recuperative powers of the television champion.
He's becoming very methodical in this. Very methodical, calculating his moves. See, just like that. Big mistake by, what's his name?
Truitt Fields.
Truitt, yeah. Big mistake by Truitt. This could be the, see? See what I'm talking about? I like him.
A little bit of a handful of tights from Hayden Young. Not exactly what we are accustomed to seeing out of the native of Marietta, Georgia. But the world's television title is on the line, and he certainly wants to walk out of here the best wrestler on TV today.
Oh, Jonathan, did you get my invitation for my party in the mail?
Yes, I got your invitation. Thank you.
No, not a problem, not a problem. Everything you, well, I'll talk to you about it later.
All right, thank you.
Hayden,
You're not invited, Gregory.
Hayden Young, chin lock applied. He is taking a lot of time here. He's trying to wear down the world's television champion, but the clock works against you. And I would be remiss if I did not take advantage of the fact that we have a 2-time world's TV champ here in the booth with us.
Live and in living color.
You're working against the clock, Jeff Lewis. You've only got 15 minutes. Hayden Young is taking his own sweet time from where, oh, good Lord! Good grief. In a match like this, when you're working against the clock, how methodical can you afford to be as the challenger?
You got to be thinking, you got to get the 1, 2, 3. You got to get the tap back. You got to get everything. You cannot let it go to the time limit. Don't leave it in the hands of the time. Get it done yourself. That's why Jeff Lewis was a 2-time world television champion. Did you know that, Greg Hunter?
I've heard it once or twice. Right now, Hayden Young.
Rookie moves like that, just like I told you.
Greg Hunter, another thing too is the title cannot change hands on a countout, so both these men need to get back in the ring.
Hayden Young will fly! Oh. Shooting star press to the floor here at the Church of Southern Wrestling.
Greg Hunter, right now, if Hayden Young wants to be the television champion of the world, he needs to get Truitt Fields in the ring. Truitt Fields is most vulnerable right now than he's been this whole match.
He certainly is. Referee Jacob Ashworth administering his count. A count out, a disqualification, or a draw, and the TV title leaves with Truitt Fields.
The king of the Mohawk needs to capitalize on this. He doesn't need to waste time. Granted, he is calculating his moves, but he doesn't need to waste time. This is all he's doing right now.
Hayden Young, high red district. Hayden Young got caught. Hayden Young, belly to belly, overhead release. And the world's TV champ has just bought himself a little bit of time.
And time has always been the favor of the champion. Jeff Lewis, you know this. We've seen you run the time limit. You've taken guys beyond their limits and taken them to the time limit. So right now, Truitt Fields can actually sit down, relax, and let this match go into overdrive.
The time can go for you or it can go against you. Obviously, if you're the challenger, it's against you. When you're the champion, it goes for you. You can run that clock out. You can extend that time and still retain your title. Hayden Young needs to come. Isn't that what his name was? Hayden Young?
Hayden Young, yes.
He needs to come up and he needs to capitalize on everything right now. He's in trouble right now.
Hayden Young, leapfrog. Hayden Young, boot to the midsection from the TV champ. Truitt Fields hauls him up. Brainbuster, vertical suplex. Cover, does not hook a leg. Doesn't have the weight across the shoulders, and only a 2 count.
And right now, Truitt Fields could have sworn that was 3, but Jacob Butterworth arguing with him that's only a 2. Truitt Fields right now, Butterworth, that's his name, Jacob Butterworth.
Wow. Jacob Ashworth.
Doesn't matter.
His name was Butterworth, I believe Jonathan.
But right now, Truitt Fields back on Hayden Young, but Truitt Fields using the time to his favor. in this match, Greg Hunter.
Well, Truitt Fields has been on the receiving end of enough time limit draws as a challenger to the TV title that he is fully aware that it plays in his favor now as the champion. Looking for a superplex. Hayden Young trying to fight him off. Hayden Young is in his second home if he's on that top rope.
Greg Hunter, the Flying Squirrels won a very mini matches for the attraction Hayden Young, and it looks like that's what he's setting up for right now.
Looks for the Flying Squirrel. Caught himself. Killing Fields here perhaps. Reversal to it. Cover 2.
Oh, it was close right there, Gregory. Close.
Incredible cradle to counter the Killing Fields.
Now, didn't that happen like a couple weeks ago? Didn't that happen?
It did indeed happen a couple of weeks ago. A bit of a miscommunication.
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes.
You hear the 5-minute call. The time is ticking down if your name is Hayden Young.
Greg Hunter, one thing I want to point out to the fans at home may not recognize, the attraction didn't actually crash and burn as bad as it seemed. It seemed like maybe he had slowed his momentum going down as Truitt Fields was rolling out. So smart maneuvering by Hayden Young in midair.
Hayden Young, a master of high-flying maneuvers. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Butterworth.
Jacob Ashworth.
James Butterworth.
Wrong place, wrong time.
And down he goes, and right now, the attraction.
The time's going, guys. The time's going.
Truitt Fields is down. Hayden Young out of the ring.
Ah, see, I knew I liked this guy. He's thinking smart right now.
Hayden Young has went and gotten the World's Television Championship belt.
Hit him with it. Hit him with it.
I'm with Jeff on this.
Take your shot. Hit him with it.
Hayden Young has never been one to take this kind of a shortcut.
What are you doing? Hit him with it.
And it looks like he's having a moment of conscience.
Hit him, Mohawk. Hit him.
Oh, what an idiot.
Hayden Young.
Come on.
He tosses the belt aside.
What an...
Wait a minute. Killing Fields. Cover 2. Still the television champ.
What an idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, and still Anarchy Television Champion, Truitt Fields.
What a freaking idiot. What an idiot. He sat there, he had that title, he had it won. See, I would have been a 3-time champion. I would have done whacked his head off with that. You know what? I've had enough. Jeff Woods got more scripts to read. Jonathan, it's been a pleasure. Gregory. Yeah, whatever. Send the mail, brother.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Truitt Fields is still the television champion of the world. Hayden Young, with that moment of conscience, realizing that he was about to do the wrong thing, wanting to win the TV title if he would on his own, tosses the championship belt aside and ends up walking right into the Killing Fields.
What a jerk. What an idiot. He had that chance. He had the opportunity, and he passed up on it. Serves him right, idiot.
Well, coming up next, folks, the I Quit match. Todd Sexton, one-on-one with the 7-figure deal, Ace Rockwell. Oh, wait a minute. Right now, Truitt Fields extending his hand. And Hayden Young.
But you know what? Serves him right.
Hayden Young, dejected, depressed.